Welcome to this short pick me up practice for when you need a gentle mini energy boost during your day. Join me on the mat. Today we'll begin in child's pose. So, with the big toes touching, have your knees nice and wide apart, maybe mat width apart, and just drape your belly and your chest over the mat, stretching your arms out long in front of you. We'll take a few grounding breaths here to begin with. Really begin to take a notice of any contact that your body has with the ground underneath you. Feeling the contact of your knees and your feet. Noticing the contact of your arms down to your fingertips. And as you focus on those sensations, allow each exhale to bring you a little bit closer towards the mat. From here, just lift the head off of the mat and gaze out in front of you. Keep your arms outstretched. We'll take a breath in as we ripple the spine outward into a flexion here, lifting the tops of the feet off of the mat and sinking the pelvis down. Push the ground away with the palms here. On your next breath in, ripple up once again. Your sit bone is making its way all the way onto the heels as you melt your chest down, relax your forehead onto the mat. We'll take a few more rounds just like that, rippling up as you go. Breathe in. And exhale, release. Breathe as you make that yummy wave through the spine. And last one as you ripple forward. Draw the knees together a little bit more of a natural distance apart and drop the tops of the feet down onto the mat. We'll melt down into a sphinx position just as a transition here. Drop your right ear over to the right shoulder and just feel that stretch across the left side of the neck. Go ahead, take it and circle it over to the other side. Left ear over to the left shoulder. Release and rise back up. From here, melt the entirety of the chest down. We're taking broken wing pose. To begin with, you've got your left arm out in a 90-degree angle. You'll drop the left ear down to the mat as well as you bend that right knee and swivel that foot behind you here, reaching to land the toe or simply reaching with the knee lifted behind you here. With the right hand, have that underneath the right shoulder, putting pressure to your own extend. The more you push into that palm, the more of a stretch you'll feel across that left pectoral muscle. Release. Go ahead to the other side, broken wing. Release and melt back down onto the mat. Bring both hands to the sides of the ribs as you tuck the toes under. Push yourself up into a plank position and tilt the tailbone high into your first downward facing dog. Really lift that tailbone, reach it high, push the ground away with the palms. We'll kick the right leg high up towards the sky here, maybe opening that hip, allow that hip to open. Bending at the knee if you please. And then release that right foot back to the mat. Go ahead to the other side, three-legged dog. And release. Let's ripple forward into plank here. Head, heart, hips in one line. Your tailbone is tucked under. You're pushing the ground away with the palms and your core is engaged, drawing in. Let's tilt that tailbone back up. Come back into Adho Mukha. Downward dog. Rippling forward into high plank. Exhale, take it back, Adho Mukha. Ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, take it back. Ripple forward to high plank. This time, take a chaturanga, elbows stay close to the body, release to the mat. Push the ground away, find your back bend of choice. And then melt back down, tuck the toes under. Find your way into your downward facing dog. Breathe it out there just for one more breath. Now look to the top end of the mat and make your walk forward into a forward fold at the top. You could bring opposite hands to opposite elbows and just sway a little bit side to side here. Release the hold of the elbows and just ripple up through the spine. Coming up to stand, reach the arms up and over the head here. On your exhale, point the fingers over to the left. Rise back up to center, go ahead to the right. Rising back up. Take a little tilt backwards here. And release back to center. Release the arms by the sides of the body. We'll go for just 2 rounds of sun salutations. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Inhale, lifting halfway, gazing out in front. Exhale, as you bend the knees, plant the palms, step it back into plank. Take your chaturanga. Exhale, make your way back into your downward dog. Focusing on the breath here. As soon as you find stillness, as soon as you find alignment in the posture, return your attention inward again to the breath. Look to the top of the mat and make your way forward, walking it, hopping it forward. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale into a full forward fold. Inhale as you rise all the way up. And release. Another round, breathe in deep. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold over. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step it back. Take your chaturanga here. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale into your downward facing dog. We'll transition from this downward dog into our kneeling stretch. Just kick that right leg high into a 3-legged downward facing dog. Open that hip, maybe you bend the knee. And then on your exhale, step that right foot top of the mat in between the hands. We'll drop that left knee down, untuck that toe, reach up with the hands. Release your pelvis as low as you can. Exhale to bring the hands over to heart center. Release your right arm by the side of your body and circle your left arm out to the side, over the body and over towards the right. You could release your right fingertips on tented fingers to support you along your right side. Release and come back to center, landing that left hand down as well. Let's rock it back with the pelvis. Lengthen out that right leg. Point the right toes up to the sky. Breathe in as though reaching through the sternum. And on your exhale, fold to your own extent over that right leg. Of course, the right leg will be along the right side of the body. Let's bend that right knee. Now heel toe that right foot over to the left side of your mat and drop that right knee over to the right. We're coming into a pigeon pose here. Get tall, lifting through the sternum once again, then you could drop down onto the forearms. We'll stay here just for 4 rounds of breath. Start to rise on up, plant both palms down, tuck your left toes under, and now kick that right leg high into 3-legged downward dog, and then drop that foot down. Let's go ahead to the other side. Kick that left leg high, now reach it up, 3-legged downward dog. Maybe you bend at the knee, open that hip out. And then step that left foot top of the mat, drop that right knee down, untuck the toes as you reach the hands up and over the body. Exhale to release the palms to heart center. Pelvis is releasing to the mat. Let's drop the left hand down towards the mat, tented fingers, and circle that right arm high and over the body. Whenever you can, see if you can shut the eyes and bring yourself to a more inward awareness. Tuning into the sensation of the posture, tuning into the breath. Release on out of this and plant the right hand as well onto the mat. Rock the pelvis back, lengthen out that left leg, Ardha Hanumanasana on this side. Folding the body over that left leg. Again, that left leg is not at center, meaning you would be folding your body slightly diagonally. That left leg is along the left side of the body. Now then, bend that left knee, plant the sole of the foot back down onto the mat. And now we'll heel toe that left foot towards the right side of the mat, dropping the knee over to the left. Have a big breath in. And exhale, release. Come down onto your forearms and breathe. start to come back up onto the hands. Go ahead and lean over onto that left outer thigh as you circle your right leg out in front of you. We'll roll down onto the back, draw the knees into the chest, hold and clasp yourself close, maybe rolling a little bit side to side. Now go ahead and go for a belly twist, starting on whichever side you would like. Drop both knees over to that side and take the opposite arm, stretch it out long to the side and gaze over towards that. So if your legs are stretched over to the left, your right arm is stretched out to the right side and your eyes are following your right hand. Go ahead, swap it over to the other side. And return to center. Holding yourself close for one last moment. Maybe reaching your head up for one last embrace as you express some gratitude towards yourself for taking this time out of your day to take care of yourself. Release and come into Shavasana, our final resting pose. You're welcome to continue along with your Shavasana, or to transition into a seated position for a meditation, or to simply end your practice here if this is all you have time for today. Have a lovely rest of your day, and thank you for practicing with me.